So yeah, you've come to the decision. It's time to leave California. But where are you going to go to? There's a lot of things that impact that decision, and we're going to talk about them next. Hey everybody, Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here. You know you're a great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or relocate to the Treasure Valley, that beautiful area around Boise, Idaho. But maybe there's other places that you're considering moving to as well. I think we need to check some of those out. There's been some stuff in the news lately that could really impact what your decision is. Let's get to it. So one of the things is affordability. I mean, you got to be able to afford where you live, right? So one of the things that we have here is this story that just came out. This map shows where prices are dropping for newly built homes as builders target smaller floor plans. So if you can put up with a smaller house, maybe this is a good thing. Let's take a look at where we're looking. Okay, so up here in the Portland area, a couple in San Francisco Bay, down here closer to Los Angeles. Got here in the Colorado, Denver area. Got quite a few here in Texas. And not surprisingly, Tennessee. Some over here on the East Coast. Now, why are you going to move from California to the East Coast? I don't know. I mean, there are some lovely spots over here. But up here, isn't that Joe Biden territory right there, right? I don't know. And then look at this. There's so many in Florida, they start to overlap. Let's get into this just a little bit more. 32 of the nation's top 100 metro areas saw a decline in new home prices. So what does that mean? Progress in delivering smaller and more affordable homes, particularly in the South, is where they're seeing that. But now do keep in mind that these numbers came out before or calculated before Trump's sweeping new tariffs. And they could raise the price of a typical home by nearly $11,000. So got to throw that into the mix as well. Scroll down for the full list of metros and with falling prices. Okay, let's just do that. So here's those metros where the prices are falling. So this is how much the prices are falling. Little Rock, Arkansas came down almost 13%, and the square footage is down almost 10%. California, it's come down. Oxnard, and it's a little bit smaller house. So here's Texas. It's come down almost 10%, 6% smaller house. Florida, prices coming down there. So keep Texas and Florida in mind as we look in some of the other stories today. And, well, maybe Colorado too. Yikes, look how tiny they're going to be making those in Colorado, 14% less. There's some more Florida. There's the only California one on there. San Jose is 4.5% cheaper, almost 12% smaller, but they're kind of small to start with. I mean, there's really no extra room for growth out there, is there? I mean, you got the water all around you. And then Tennessee, some more in the Midwest, along the East Coast, and Texas, Florida. Speaking of Florida, why home prices are cratering in Florida. Oh, if you're thinking about moving to Florida, maybe it's something you want to know about. Florida's housing market has moved decisively from scorching hot to increasingly fragile. Yikes. In 92% of the tracked Florida metro areas, condo prices are falling, and 2/3 of its single-family home markets are posting year-over-year declines. Florida is unmistakably in a correction mode. So why is this? Perfect storm of economic, regulatory, demographic shifts have upended the once overheated supply-demand dynamics that propelled Florida real estate to record heights, from migration reversals and insurance shocks to tighter financing conditions and overbuilt inventory. Florida's housing market is facing pressure on multiple fronts. Alrighty, so you're in California and you're thinking, well, I want to move to Florida. Well, that's absolutely great. You might be able to get a house there that's a little bit cheaper. And if you wait another year, it could even be cheaper. If you wait a couple years, it could even be cheaper. What does that sound? It sounds like the market's crashing. Do you want to move there and buy a home that's going to be worth substantially less as time goes forward? That's an option. But let's check out California. Are house prices dropping in California? We asked Google AI here, are house prices dropping in California? AI says, yes, California house prices are generally declining, or at least experiencing a significant slowdown in growth. This is particularly noticeable in areas with high costs of living. While some areas like Southern California may see price gains, others like San Francisco are experiencing substantial drops. A little bit more into this. Factors contributing to the decline, rising inventory, slowing demand, and high interest rates are all contributing to the decline or slowdown in home prices. Yikes. One of the things I'm sure that plays into that is going to be insurance as well. We all know about Californian insurance, right? Regional differences, while statewide median prices are declining, the extent of the decline varies by region. That makes sense. Like San Francisco and Oakland have seen significant drops, while other areas, especially in Southern California, may still see price gains. Alrighty, so if you're in one of those places where prices are still going up and you're comfortable there and, secure job, good neighborhood, then maybe you stay there while prices go up. Prices may go up in other places that you want to move to as well. So it could end up just being a wash. But what's another crater? Let's talk about the Greater Crater. Land under the country's largest cities is sinking. Yikes. Can that be good? I don't think so. Let's check out where we're looking. Chicago, Dallas, there's your Texas. Columbus, New York, Charlotte, Denver. There's some more Texas, Houston, and Fort Worth. So what's going on? Researchers mapped out how land is moving vertically, that's your up and down, across the 28 most populous U.S. cities and found that all cities were compressing like a deflated air mattress. Oh my gosh. The cities with the most widespread declining, where 98% of the city was affected, include Chicago, Dallas, Columbus, Ohio, Detroit, New York, Indianapolis, Charlotte, Denver, Houston, and Fort Worth. Hey, those are the exact same places we were just looking at, right? Moving on. Sinking occurs when the underlying support structure of the land weakens. Why could that happen? The ground beneath consists of several layers of sediment, including aquifers, that's where the water is stored, with a lot of porous space between sediment grains. Water fills the spaces and helps support some of the weight from above, but if water is removed and soil compressed, the land is weighed down, hence keeps coming down. The most dominant cause of sinking across most locations is the plumbing of groundwater for drinking and agriculture. The researchers found they determined that removing groundwater caused 80% of sinkage across the cities. And if you're in California thinking that Texas might be the place for you, check this out. Texas is home to the fastest subsiding places in the country, which pump groundwater, but also a lot of oil and gas also comes out of the ground. Houston has long been known for sinking at the fastest rate, more than 5 millimeters per year. But the team found several other Texas cities further inland moving at similarly high rates, including Dallas and Fort Worth. So what do you think is going to happen from all that? The findings, this expert says, can also help create better groundwater management plans or improve urban planning in a way that curbs damage and any dangers to people's lives. We should start talking about those solutions right now. This problem is always only going to increase as we progress into the future. So what does that kind of tell me? That we need more planning, we need more experts, we need more tax money to make sure that this problem doesn't turn into something even more. But if you're in California, you know about paying taxes and the return that you get on that. Do you think it's going to be any different in Texas? We've been looking at maps. This is a map I think you need to know about, where cows outnumber people in 9 states. Yes, Idaho is one of those. We got more cows than we do people. Isn't that a great thing? I think so. That means we don't have that many people and we got all that lovely beef. But now when it does come time to figure out where you're going to escape to. I've given you some things to think about here. You want to go to Florida where the house prices are just plummeting. You could, wait a little bit longer, get one even cheaper there if that's what's important to you. Don't know if you'll be able to get insurance there or not. They got hurricanes. I don't know if you heard. Texas has got its own type of problems there too. And the population centers are sinking, which I don't worry too much about that because I'm not going to be alive, more than like that much longer. But the problem to fix it and study it and get the experts out there, train to nowhere. You guys heard of that? You guys in California, I'm sure you have, right? I could see the same thing happen in Texas. But you get out there, you start voting right, I'm sure Texas is going to be just fine. But if Idaho is a place that you want to check out, at least get some more information, I encourage you to go to my website, www.treasurevalleydave.com. And oh my gosh, here it is right here. There's some great information on here. First off, you can go check out my YouTube channel. There's a link from here. And I have, of course, you're already there, but you already know I have some great videos on there that cover many different topics. I have a lot of resources you can check out. I got magazines on different towns in the area, different parts of the process, all sorts of things to check out. And, there's me. Hey, you can get my newsletter too. You just sign this up. I send it out. I make it myself. Every Wednesday, I send it out. And it's something that I see about either real estate, the moving process, living in Idaho, things like that. I guarantee it's not going to take up much of your time. So check it out. And I don't spam you with other junk either. Our latest blogs and updates. I've been putting up my photo galleries lately. So if you want to get a lot of pictures of firsthand things of going on, like I went to the Boise Farmers Market or the Warhawk Air Museum or different things like that, check it out. And we have a little bit more of a deep dive on the different towns around the area that you can, click on those and check them out. And you want to find out if we're the real deal, find out what our past clients have said about us. We have some video testimonials. We got our Google reviews. And I'm really proud of them because we only work with really good people. If you're not a good people, there's some other agent that wants to work with you. We only work with great people. So you can tell that by all these 5-star reviews. And you get to work with me. And more importantly, Maureen. Maureen's fabulous. You guys that worked with Maureen, you know that she's got all the answers. She understands. She listens. She's fantastic. And lastly, if you have a question, you could call, text, email, or just fill out this form right here. Give us a little idea of what we can do to help get working for you, and we'll be reaching right out to you. So thanks for stopping by today. I know we've gone over a whole lot of stuff, but there's some important stuff there about other places than California that you need to know about that you might be thinking about moving to. A lot of people have moved to Texas. A lot of people have moved to Florida. Those are places that got red flags in my book. So, but if you do want to know more about Idaho, give us a call, text, email. I'll be glad to help. And until next time, we will see you on the next video.